our setting. We were
Yeah, I don't remember what was happening at all at this point.
right. I mean, I vaguely do myself, and I've been prepping for this. So, you guys have been controlling Mason and Iona, correct? Let's put our three PCs up at the top here. Only one of whom is dead. Um, Mason has an injury of some kind. I think it's an elbow injury.
Yeah,
Yeah, my arm is fucked up.
So
crushed elbow or something.
That's going to restrict you to one-handed weapons. I don't know if they really care on the weapons, but it seems like pistol. It seems like there should be some disadvantage to firing your pulse rifle or your incinerator one-handed. But of course, the game has no actual mechanics for what it means by you can't use an arm. So, we'll work it out as we go. Go ahead.
Can I take my grenade out of the pulse rifle and like have it in a pocket or something?
Yeah. The on the inventory, the stats for the grenade itself. If you are for throwing the grenade, and if you use the grenade launcher, that's fine. Well, and then everybody exploded.
Like, the one-armed woman is like fumbling for the grenade, just drops it at everyone's feet.
So yeah, the grenade launcher rolls a few extra dice because it's more accurate. I think the grenade launcher has medium range, and the thrown grenade has short range or something like that. So yeah, that's factored in. So you just use the incendiary grenade part.
That is not what I want my grenades to have.
Short range.
I do not want short range grenades.
Wow, it doesn't say on the grenade what the range is. Let me go to my handy dandy rules PDF. Part of the horror of this game is the rule book.
Honestly, I want melee grenades.
I mean, in this game, they are half the time, right?
You always were an asshole, Gorman.
Indeed. Okay, sorry. Grenade launcher is long range. Hand grenades are medium range. So, yeah, that's better. I'm gonna try.
It's better than.
Refresh my memory on what the range bands are. I need to buy the DM screen for this, which has like a bunch of charts for quick reference. It says, boy, it's going to take a while to cycle through the 246 hits for the word range. There we go. Range categories. Short. Yeah, short is the same zone as you. Medium is an adjacent zone. Long is up to about 100 meters or 4 zones away. So, yeah. The nice thing about this adventure is they have marked off zones in all of the
zones, right?
Like the compound map, for instance, here, it's got the line right in the middle of the yard to show that there's one zone up here and another zone down here, right? And, the combat is loose enough that it would just be like, well, Chaplin's here and Mason's here, and anywhere in that zone is just in that zone. I need to refresh myself on the movement rules because I seem to recall I was letting you guys run too fast, and
you were letting us run like fucking Usain Bolt.
I think because I learned the monster rules, and then I was like, okay, the monsters can move really fast, and then I remembered that for how everybody moves, and then I was reading the sprint rule for the alien, and I'm like, that's what everyone's been doing. What's going on? All right. Running. To move during combat, you can spend a fast action to run from one zone to a neighboring zone, or between short and engaged range from an enemy or PC in the same zone you're already in. Aliens have this sprint ability that lets them move a zone and then also engage. So,
gotcha.
I was letting you guys do that for a while, but clearly that's not. I think I let you do that for one session and didn't let you do that for another session, so I wanted to check what the actual rule was Um,
Cool.
okay.
Mason,
So
Mason is showing everyone her grenade and telling them that she likes to keep it handy for close encounters.
fair. I have updated your character sheets with personal agendas for Act 2. Feel free to
Ah,
review those. Uh, it's on the general page.
yep.
I have unpanicked everybody, though I have not reduced any stress or provided any healing. Mason, you're still at 2
Ah,
health right
Jesus fucking Christ.
now.
Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I'm a big fan of my current agenda.
Ah,
All right. Excellent.
God damn. I was like really into my original agenda, and this one not so much.
Good. It's a role-playing challenge for you.
Yeah.
All right. So we don't have access to the dropship currently. We do still have access to the M577 APC. Hammer is dead. Dante is short a leg, leaving you with basically 3 combat-ready regular
2.5.
soldiers, right? And your commanding officer and your support droid.
Our traitor droid. Yeah, right.
Yeah, trader droid, correct. So just to review the situation, you guys, we can review the entire situation. For myself and for you guys, and feel free to remind me what I got wrong. So you guys were pulled from there's a war on. You guys were pulled from your units to Fort Nebraska while your ship going to the front was docked with the space dock at the top of the Fort Nebraska space elevator.
Oh, we're space docking now.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. You guys were pulled down here by the local commanding officer whose name I've forgotten. And he sent you after some AWOL Marines who were clearly being experimented on by the secret science facilities in the basement that you vaguely know about at this point, or should have learned about by this point. And so he sent you after some AWOL Marines. You immediately went to the Marshall Station, found one of them had already spawned a xenomorph, which Hammer shot in like one burst of smart gun. Then you talked to the
I helped.
You did. I don't remember what you did. Remind me, they're not supposed to do alien splash when they take fire, or acid splash when they take fire damage, and I think I have not been.
Yeah,
following.
you did. Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
Because that's what I did to it, and yeah, like it didn't cause any damage, but yeah.
Yeah. It's just supposed to be, pretty much every other damage type. Then you guys went down to the Oblivion Bar to follow some leads. You were attacked by insurgents, and it was fairly one-sided fight. And then you interrogated their boss to find out that they had been dealing with one of these other 2 Marines. I don't remember if it was Wright or Wojcik, but it doesn't matter at this point because they're both dead. And I think it was Wojcik. Wojcik and Carvalho had been. I'm back on the Ariarchus map illustrating, by the way. I'll activate that map. Just pulled you over there. Configure the insurgent compound so you can go back there anytime you want. Save changes. Okay, so you guys went down to the Oblivion Bar. Well, Mason said, "Why don't we go to the spaceport and get the fuck out of here?" about 27 times. Fought some insurgents who tried to ambush you, or were trying to raid the bar or something. And you guys saw them on the security cameras. They mentioned that they had talked to Wojcik and Carvalho, but these two were acting like they were going to defect, but when it was time to like join the party, Wojcik went nuts and started shooting, and they ran off. Karayo was injured, and then they picked up Wojcik outside the San Rocco medical facility, kidnapped her, brought her back to their base. We don't know when or where they picked up Wright. His rank I don't recall, but they were both at the base, at the insurgent compound, where Wojcik had turned into an awful zombie thing that then turned into an alien thing, and Wright was murdered by by Mason before she could turn into something awful. And then while you guys were there, some Wayland Yutani commandos broke into the base, probably looking for the exact same thing you were looking for. You got into a fight with them and the alien at the same time. Dante lost a leg. Hammer lost his head.
It went really well.
It went great. Mason has one arm in a sling now. And then after
I killed a face hugger. Wait, I killed a face hugger.
You killed a face hugger? Was there a face hugger?
It was under a bed in a room.
No, that was a Marine.
I killed a Marine. Oh, that's right. He was about to burst. I killed a good guy.
You killed a Marine before any bursting happened, and then no bursting happened after that. So either you successfully stopped the
okay,
problem,
fine. I'm gonna make a sanity check right now.
Or the one Marine that wasn't infected just got machine gunned under a bed. It's fine. So as you were finishing that up, the UPP, Union of Progressive Peoples, which is basically your communist faction in the alien galaxy, invaded. That's who you were originally going to the front, one system away to fight. Now they seem to have gotten here, and they started shelling the place, doing orbital bombardment or airstrikes in the place. There is a UPP contingent attacking Fort Nebraska. They have also, I should put some UPP out there, or make some marks. I'm going to draw some lines. They are at Fort Nebraska. They are taking the oil fields, and they are taking the spaceport.
Motherfucker.
So, your orders actually have some info, an actual quote from somebody giving you actual orders before I sort of winged it last time, frankly. But I believe I said I have the actual quote, and now I'm flipping through the book trying to find it. But the gist of it is, get back to base for evacuation, but your original mission still stands. You should try to find all of the AWOL folks, to include Carayo, who was probably last seen at the San Rocco Medical Facility all the way across town. Let's see. Actual quote from Major, I think, Hatfield, says, "I'm leading a last-ditch counterattack against UPP forces assaulting Nebraska. We are outnumbered, but it's our duty to fight back. You are on your own. Your orders are to complete your mission if you can, find any remaining AWOLs, and then rally at Fort Nebraska. Make the Marine Corps proud. That is your goal."
And there were 3 AWOLs, and
there
found
were 4, and you found 3. There was the dead guy at the Marshall Station, who was dead before you got there. There was the one we knew about who had been kidnapped, who turned into an awful thing, and there was the one chained to the bed who you shot. The one who turned into an awful thing had previously gotten into an altercation with the insurgents, and she was traveling with Carvalho, and they were after their fight. He was injured, and then later, she was picked up by the insurgents, kidnapped essentially outside of the San Rocco medical facility. So it could be inferred that he's there. I've put him there for the time. I've put his picture there for the time being, indicating that that's the last lead we had on his location.
Okay.
So that's where we
Oh
are.
man, traffic on the 7 is gonna be so bad this time of day.
Traffic on it's gonna be full of enemy APCs and shit. So I'm gonna go back to the insurgent compound. We've got.
Who is this guy? So this is Mason. This is me, Iona, and this is
Smijewski, who
oh yeah.
has been variously called GIF or GIF because nobody knows how to pronounce his name, so we just didn't try. Eric was going to take him over, so his character sheet is currently private for Eric's eyes only, but I can run him. So yeah, he's probably a worse person than Hammer, frankly.
That's hard to imagine.
I know. So we've got Dante, who's missing a leg, but has sci-fi healing has been done by Chaplin. She could probably still man one of the guns on the APC, or she's just completely out of it. You know what? She's completely out of it. Fuck her. She's an NPC. She'll be like, there's a one or two cots or bunks or something at the back of the thing, as I recall. So she can stay
Moan
there.
over there.
Yeah, so that leaves the 5 of you. Somebody needs to drive. You've got 2 gun stations. Obviously, Silva will be at the command station we're all familiar with. That has all the nice cameras and communications equipment. Chaplin and Iona, I believe, are both have vehicle skills. I think Iona has been assigned as the driver. We should do a round of clearing stress and having Chaplin do. You don't get healing unless you can't benefit from first aid. I think the 2 health you have is already from Chaplin's first aid because you don't get crits until you go to 0 hit points. So yeah, Mason, you're at 2 health. That's just where you're going to be until you can take a long rest. Which spoiler, that's probably not going to happen. It's interestingly, you can only get hit points back when you're at 0 hit points because it's basically to represent first aid, and anything beyond what you get from the first aid is just you could not be solved right now. You're going to need bed rest. So
okay,
go ahead.
I'll help Dante into the APC and get her settled on one of the cots. I'm gonna tell Chaplin to carry the mangled corpse of Hammer and get it secured in the APC.
Okay. Yeah. So
I'm more comfortable with it. I was more comfortable with it before Hammer died, just because I like to dehumanize that bastard as much as possible. Racist piece of crap.
So, couple of things. So, Chaplin seems to be your friends. I recall Mason is friends with Chaplin. Chaplin seems to be back to his good-natured self, making the inside jokes you're familiar with, and he's not acting weird.
As weird as he was.
Yeah, he's the normal level of weird at this point. And if you were being played by a character, there'd be more RP to this. But basically, he was being controlled by another AI. The assistant to the base science team commander, and she had basically was running a copy of herself on him that she was controlling remotely from Fort Nebraska. And now the communications are shut off. He's got his own brain back, and so everything he was doing to like cover up the alien presence and whatnot was not him. That was like him under control of another android. So he's got his own stuff going on, but that maybe gives you a little more insight into how Chaplin is doing. But yeah, so he grabs Hammer and puts Hammer wherever
he puts the hammer down.
He puts the hammer down. And as you're getting, let's see, the APC is probably has probably come through the gate up to the front of the house, as I recall.
Can we do dishes later, guys? Like, we're in the middle of a crisis.
Where's the kitchenette? All right.
Oh, it's gotta be Iona, right?
Yeah.
Like fucking Chaplin can't do the goddamn dishes.
No, he doesn't eat. Why would he do dishes?
It's funny because my headset is noise canceling, so I can't hear the dishes. Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Apparently, they can hear the
Twitch
dishes.
can.
Twitch
can hear the dishes.
Joe is fine though, so. Okay, so as you're, let's see, just trying to get caught up myself on everything that's going on. There we go. So as you're tidying up the place, pulling out the dead bodies or the dead bodies you care about, collecting doing the dishes. There was a transmitter that went off that they had in the alcove, I think, that was basically saying the operation is go, take cover, and then that's when the invasion began. So clearly these insurgents have been in contact with the UPP. A receiver, not a transmitter, sorry. And that's a portable radio if you want to take it with you. Seems to be connected to enemy comms. And as you're loading up the APC, a UPP dropship is descending on the insurgent compound. So
I'm in the appropriate location for this.
So you can either, obviously Silva's in charge, but really we know the PCs are in charge. We can stay here and fight the UPP, or we can get the fuck out of here before they land.
Let's bug out.
Yeah.
We don't need, like, if they're aware that we're here, fuck. If they're not, we don't need them to be aware that we're still around.
Right. Okay. Yeah, let's
We'll take side roads to avoid UPP bullshit. And just try and keep a low profile.
Okay. Sounds good. Who's driving?
I'll drive.
Oh, do you have driving skill?
I think I did, right?
It's piloting.
That's right.
It's piloting, which uses agility. So Iona's like
I have a 2.
A 2 plus your agility of 3 is 5. Mason only has 1 arm. It's probably a problem. Has no skill. Najewski probably has no skill.
I was going to suggest Chaplin, but I was going to have a chat with him before he did that.
Chaplin with his android agility has an 8. Of course, androids never get stress, so he'll never get the extra stress dice, so he'll always be exactly 8. But also, he won't freak out while driving and drive off a cliff.
Right.
So,
are there cliffs here?
I have no idea. Not yet. So sorry, who's driving?
Chaplin's a good choice, I think.
Yeah, okay. I'm gonna go talk to Chaplin privately and be like, dude, you've been acting a little weird. You okay? Like, what's going on?
Yeah. So it seems I've been I was temporarily overwritten and shunted aside by an AI named Jael, and she had me covering up the alien stuff. Yeah, he remembers it all. There was some sort of substance, I don't have any more of it, that was used to dissolve the one at the Marshall station. Obviously, they weren't expecting to find. Apparently, they weren't expecting you folks to find more than one of these xenomorphs in play to be destroyed. My overriding mission seemed to be to cover up all presence of the alien activity. I do have access to quite a bit of her memories still, at least the ones that she accessed while she was inhabiting me. There's she and fuck, I forgot his name. I guess she didn't remember his name. Her boss are working in Fort Nebraska Sublevel 3, which we do not have mapping information on. If you go to the Fort Nebraska map, there is a level 1, level 2, sublevel 1, sublevel 2 there, and the climber car that goes up the space elevator. There is apparently a sublevel 3. I'm not sure how it's accessed at this time, though we can scour that map. But there's a sublevel 3 where they do the secret experiments on alien life forms and how they interact with human biology. So, and that's apparently where the 4 Marines were escaping from. Probably, I understand they were working on some sort of vaccine to treat the alien problem.
Do they know that vaccines are created with mercury and they're not safe?
I believe that they were willing to take many risks with the lives of their subjects. So frankly,
they were probably the guy that I killed, even if he didn't have an alien in him, he's probably going to be autistic anyway. So,
well, there's a fate worse than death,
right? So I'm like, all right, buddy, I'm glad you're back. How do we stop this takeover from happening again?
What do you mean by this takeover?
Like the AI taking over his programming.
So there's a transmitter at Fort Nebraska. If we keep the there was I'm pretty sure the other AI was using a transmitter tower at the fort to control me remotely. I still have the code in me, but it's dormant at the time being. So I may be dangerous if I'm put back in contact with that signal. So that's something to look out for. Currently, it seems the transmission tower is down or damaged because I'm receiving nothing, and we don't have any radio. We don't even have radio communications with the base at this time. So that's handy. But I would be personally, if you can keep an eye out for me when we get back to the base. They might have a short range transmitter, or it might have a short.
Can we do any like jamming shit? Does anyone have skills to jam shit?
That's your Comtech skill. Let's see. Chaplin probably has good Comtech. He has a 4.
I have a 0.
He has electronic tools, which give a +1 to Comtech. I can make some attempts, but it'll take me. I'll have to go back to maintenance mode, which will take my personality offline for a little while.
Okay, let someone else, whoever the next best driver is, put them in charge and let Chaplin work on that shit.
Okay. Let's give him a Comtech roll. Actually, can I just click on?
Let's make it public.
Yeah. Comtech at +1. Ooh, not +11. That's way too much. Oh yeah, easy. Oh, if I so it's not possible to completely disconnect my receiver, but it is. He did find a way to isolate the Jael personality in his system by putting it into a backup area that's only accessed during shutdown. So if he's completely shut down, it might be able to reassert itself. But unless and until that time happens, he should be safe. And even if he is fully shut down and the code reapplies itself, it will not be active unless there's somebody controlling it. It's not self-aware code. It's just basically an extension of the programming of Jael. So she can activate it remotely, but if it's not being basically remote controlled, it doesn't do anything. But however, by locking it away, he loses access to any memories she created or accessed while she was in him. So last chance to get any information from her knowledge before he locks that away, and then she can be locked away, and he'll be theoretically safer.
That's a good idea.
You don't know how to get to sub-level 3?
The DM doesn't remember how to do sub-level 3. Oh,
do we really?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, do we really care about how to get to sub-level 3? Let's just get all our people and get the fuck out. I mean,
analyzing the map. There's let's see, that's sub-level 1. That's sub-level 2. I'm trying to see if anything says to sub-level 3. I don't think they even admit that it exists on this map. There's the stairs here go from sub-level 1 to 2.
And there's stairs over here as well.
That's the tunnel. If you go back to sub-level 1, there's like a vehicle tunnel that runs down into sub-level 2 and then comes back up to sub-level 1.
Okay. How does knowing how to get to their little experimental thing help us get the fuck out of here?
An excellent question.
So, I mean, essentially, they were experimenting on our fellow Marines, right?
Yes.
And they escaped, right?
The fellow Marines escaped. 2 of them became aliens. 1 of them was shot under a bed. 1 of them is probably at hospital at this time.
Okay. That whole thing was not my fault. So let's stop bringing it up.
Oh.
But, I mean, but that's the point, right? Like, the reason you had to shoot that Marine was because they were essentially Wayland Yutani was putting aliens in their chest. And none of this would have happened without that.
God damn it. Fine. Stop making sense with your logical arguments. We're not leaving Marines behind. Keep going.
Right. I have found access to sub-level 3. There is a workforce/weapons lift to sub-level 3 indicated. I have now circled it on your sub-level 2 map. That's frankly me exploring the map as much as you guys.
The dude in the hospital is likely dead, so I say we can probably, if he's not dead, then he's probably better off there than with us, and
No.
I don't really blame him for going AWOL from.
But we're gonna go get him.
I mean, I don't think that. I think we should start at sub-level 3, and I don't think we need to go to the hospital. We don't. First of all, we don't even know that he's there. But if he is there,
we don't leave Marines behind. That's
his face is probably chewed off. But it's better for him if we do.
Look. This is your argument. We don't leave Marines behind, right?
Again, it's better for him. What the option is, we go get him and bring him back to the compound where he's going to face. He wants to be AWOL, and I think he's better off that way.
We don't leave Marines behind.
We're not leaving. We're letting him go.
I would go AWOL too if they were doing that shit to me. That's why we're gonna go get his ass.
All right. Well, we can talk about that later. Let's go to the Nebraska first.
No. We're gonna go to that bar. Where's?
What's her face was captured outside of the hospital. So the inference is that he might be there too. But really, no reason. I mean, that's the only thing we have going for us.
We're gonna go for Carvalho first, and then we'll go from there.
Okay, it's Carvalho. All right, like it's Spanish.
All right. This is my day to be insensitive, so you know. Let's go get Caramello, and we're gonna... God damn it!
All right.
God damn it!
You all right?
No, I'm not all right. I'm a little tense. Caravaggio first, and then we'll go from there.
No. What? All right, go ahead.
I'm going to interrupt your conversation as the stolen communicator, which Silva has at her desk at this point, crackles to life again, saying, "We're too late. The cargo is gone. No survivors."
Okay, so Carvalho's dead. On to Fort Nebraska.
That is the enemy comms. So.
Okay, but again, this is your argument. We don't leave Marines behind. We're going.
And Carvalho's dead, right?
Doesn't matter. We're not Marines behind.
We're not behind enemy lines.
Yeah, we are. Yeah, we are. We're like between enemy lines.
Commander goes the space Russian communicator in English for some reason again. We got fresh APC tracks leading away from the compound. It's possible the cargo is there. We should probably follow up on that. They can't have gotten very far.
Let's do that.
No, this is the enemies.
Oh wait, that's the enemy. I thought that was. No, gotcha. Okay, we're going for Carvalho. Period.
Listen,
right?
Listen,
LT, weigh in here, man.
the guy is at Marines behind. The guy is at the hospital where we would leave him if he's dead.
We're not leaving him in an enemy hospital.
We're not leaving Marines behind. Drive us to the hospital, Iona.
Thank you.
This is ridiculous. All right.
You're ridiculous.
I know you'd expect a lieutenant in charge of the operation of this size, but that is Captain Silva to you, Mason.
Oh, God damn it. It's my day to be insensitive. I don't
care. God. Look at my hat. All right. So
sit down and buckle up.
Fair. So Joe, Iona, you are driving. Can you plot me a course across the city here that you would like to take, keeping in mind that it is being invaded by aliens, enemy forces at this time.
You motherfucker. You're gonna let him decide?
He's driving.
Her decide?
She's driving.
All right, I guess.
mean,
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry. I mean, there's not really time to plot a course. There's probably enemy forces in pursuit. So driver's discretion is until
Probably like this. Take 7 to the 2 to the 4 down to 5 that way.
No. Stay off the highways where they're gonna be driving their heavy equipment.
So you want me surface streets is what you're asking
Oh yeah.
for.
All side streets. Reroute.
All right, I guess down here and over. Really have to get on.
Like for real, just like side streets and try and stay away from Fort Nebraska and away from what's that place to the north?
Oil fields.
The oil fields.
Yeah.
Let me get a new color here for. I'm gonna draw a route. Just don't want it to be fucking neon green. All right. So let's see. Surface streets. Yeah, just cut straight across there. Jesus, there's no way to get across the 7 except for here and down there. Just scribble for a while. Go through here. Go around the roundabout one way or the other. Go through what looks like some residential areas. And remember, this colony is like 90% abandoned. And then just somewhere through here. Get this way through this area here. You know, just following the path of least resistance if that's what you want to do. And then somewhere in here you'll be able to cross the 2, it looks like. Yeah. I got lost. Something like that. Or possibly like that.
Wait, aren't we going over here?
And just.
Oh, right. Well, don't do that then. Jesus. God, who's driving this? Just go back to the Marshall station. There is, you know. Oh, this sucks. You can always go off-road. It's on a PC. All right. Something like that without the detour to the Marshall station would probably just trying to get an idea of the route you would take. If that makes sense to you, Joe, it's just sort of.
Sure.
And just be cautious crossing any major thoroughfares before we get there, so that we know it's clear before we go underpasses or whatever.
Right. Okay. Let's work on a couple of locations then. Let's move you to this underpass under the 3, and some. So, if you double click on the APC itself, it's got its own character sheet, Joe. One of its stats is maneuverability, in British. That adds to your driver rating when you're driving it. Also, its base hull is like 8. It took some serious fire from those. Hull is hit points. It took some serious fire from those insurgents. It's half damage or half health or less, basically. But the maneuverability adds to your driving skill when you're driving it. If you have to make any driving checks, but that's the only thing it adds to. Let's get as you're driving, let's get a whatever perception is in this game, observation check from Iona, and I'll make one for Silva as well, who's on the scanning equipment, basically, to see if you see anything out of the ordinary. Yeah, Silva's fine. Go ahead and give me your roll as well, though, Iona. You have not.
What am I looking for?
Skills observation. It's down toward the bottom. Oh goodness. Very stressed by having to drive around in this. Forgot you were at 5 stress.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me a stress roll twice.
Oh God. Oh God.
That's one roll. That's oh boy. Actually, hang on. You rolled 11, then you rolled 6, which is more panic, which should have just stopped at an 11. So you're gonna try to seek cover. So Iona, at this underpass, gets the sense that there's UPP watching and has parked under the underpass, waiting for a safe time to move on. Everybody else, there's this seems to be pursuit coming. Let's see.
Is Chaplin back with it yet?
Not yet. So
God
your
damn it.
stress level, Joe, goes down by 1, but the stress level of everybody else in the APC is going to go up by 1, as you've freaking paused the escape.
It's not safe, man.
Silva goes up.
PP
You're
is
not
everywhere.
safe. You're not safe at any speed.
Exactly. That's why I'm at 0.
Perfect. All right, there is definitely a crocodile APC approaching from, following your tracks along the road, approaching from the rear. You need to get moving. You can at this point, if you wish to drive.
We have people. Do we have people on guns? Who's on the guns?
It's up to you. We know who's. We got a driver. I wish I had an APC map. We got. I just keep going back to the insurgent compound where we got everybody sorted. We got 2 casualties. We've got a commander. We've got a guy who's shut down. We've got Iona driving. So it's you and Zmijewski, Mason. There's 2 guns.
Okay, it's gotta be Jeff then. Jeff's gotta do it.
Wait, before we go on, are we making the assumption that we've stayed here 1 round, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And so, yeah, I can start driving again.
Yeah, you
right?
can start driving. Basically, we were just getting you stopped in the middle of a chase scene, and everybody panicked a little while you calmed yourself down. So there's 2 guns. Of course, there's the forward firing autocannon, and there's the turreted plasma. If you go to inventory on the APC, we've got the phased plasma pulse cannon turret. That's the top one that rotates 360, and we've got the 20mm Gatling gun turret. That's the forward one that's, it's got a bit of arc to it, but it's pretty much forward firing arc. So while being pursued, the phased plasma pulse cannon turret would be the one most relevant. We can stick Zmijewski on that if you like, if you want to take the seat next to Iona, Mason, where you can, shout at her the best. Shout at him the best.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
All right. Let me find these crocodile stats. See if you guys just get blown up. Maybe it's in the other book. UPP. Oh, the crocodile is the dropship. Sorry. APC. What's your APC? Where's their APC? They often have like slightly shittier versions of everything that you have. UPP Hamp V Troop Transport. Jesus. Carries 26 people.
Oh, that's not good.
I mean, yours carries 13, so it's a bigger. The Ox 440 Hamp V Troop Transport.
That sounds like we're more than a match for them.
Yeah, no problem. Find what weapons it has on it.
Also, that 360 cannon looks pretty bad, eh?
Right. This is annoying. All right. I don't have any weapon stats here for them. I'm going to give them I'm going to give them an autocannon similar to your autocannon, but not the big phased plasma pulse cannon turret. So let's see, what's the range on these things? Turret is long range. Phased plasma cannon is not listed. Vehicle damage slows everything down. Phased plasma point defense gun. Is that what you've got? Oh.
Pulse cannon turret.
Here's their weapons. Pulse cannon turret has extreme range and armor piercing. They have they have a they have 115 millimeter rifled cannon on there, which is also extreme range, but different stats. So you guys are using energy weapons. They are using good old fashioned. No, that's sorry. That's what's on the tank. They don't have a tank. We'll give them. Yeah, we'll give them the 25 millimeter Gatling gun here. So, Smijewski is on your gun. We are driving. You can use, I believe, maneuverability to help dodge. Close combat. Where's vehicle combat? Vehicle combat. Maneuverability modification you get to your piloting when performing challenging maneuvers. Speed is number of zones per driving action. Component damage. How exciting. You can ram enemies. All right. So, we're gonna be exchanging fire, as Smijewski is not one to hold his fire in this situation. He's going to take a shot at the UPP APC.
Can I also move my character? Could you drag my character to this app?
Oh yeah,
possible.
Probably. Oops. Yeah, I'll just bring everybody out here on the map for easier clicking. I'll bring the ones who are combat capable out. All right, Smijewski has ranged combat 3, the phased and agility 5. That makes 8 phased plasma. Give him +1, so he's got 9 dice. And 5 stress. Hold on.
Nice.
Nice. He hit 5 damage on that cannon. is 6. So he can just turn that into fucking 10 damage into its
Betty.
armor. The Hamp V has 8 armor, but this is armor piercing, so it has 4 dice.
Yeah.
Oh, it just got hit for 10, right? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, which is exactly its hull value. So now I'm going to go to the component damage chart, which of course I now need to ad hoc make a fucking table for, but that's fine. You might need to check this more than once today, so let's get it set up. Let's see. We'll just let the drama build here for a second. I'll just put in the short description. Just a D6 chart. So much like alien attacks, this could be anything from who cares to the whole thing just exploded. So this will be exciting. All right. Here we go. Boom! Blasted the gun off of it. Jesus Christ. Good job, Smijewski. All right. They are not going to be returning fire. And their speed is slower than yours. So I'm going to ask you to make another piloting check just to basically drive fast in the vehicle and successfully escape this encounter with UPP. Fucking heavy troop transport. Jesus Christ. Flee. Excellent. Good plan. All right. I'm going to call that unsafe driving at this point. Your stress level is decreased by 1. Every friendly character, I'm going to have everybody on board make a panic roll as you've gone off-road, cutting through, like, between houses and over, over embankments. You have not yet broken the transaxle, but everybody's going to make a panic roll. Smijewski drops. So he drops the controls to the gun. That's fine. He just blew off somebody else's gun. Silva drops her coffee. Chaplin can't be panicked. Mason, I'll need a panic check from you, please.
I'm trying to find that.
That's
I can't remember.
Stress.
Stress?
Yeah. Just nervous.
God damn it.
I'm going to say that's just the two of you up in the front cabin area. But I'm also going to say with that off-road cut and Smijewski definitely discouraging pursuit with them not having their large gun available, that you guys can find a nice abandoned backyard to take a short rest, whatever they call it in this game, to get everybody unpanicked and relieve some frickin' stress. Because good God, you guys haven't been able to relieve stress since the alien attacked 3 weeks ago, or 5 minutes ago in this world. So you can spend a turn. Let's move you. I'm going to move you off into a backyard over there. Thanks to Iona's banter ability, you can each lose 2 stress for each turn you decide to stay here apart. And during that time, Chaplin will finish his operation, his self-imposed maintenance cycle. And if you would like a less panicky driver...
Yes.
That was not my fault, man.
No, you did good. You did good. Ease down. You're just grinding metal.
All right.
How do I unpanic myself now?
Right-click the panicked button or the panicked display.
Ah, there we go. All right.
Make sure everybody's done that. Yeah, because
So can we wait 2 turns? How long is 2 turns?
turn is 5 to 10 minutes. So that's basically up to your own sense of how much you're being pursued. You are basically you're in a reasonably safe space in your APC at this time. I'm drawing a very poor APC at this time to allow for people to go into their positions. There's a steering wheel. There's a front gun. There's the big gun. I'm a very good artist. There's the little command center. All right, so I'm gonna put Silva in the little command center, and I'm gonna put Smidrevsky in the big turret. And we just had Mason on the front turret, and Iona driving, and Chaplin just sort of fucking around. Yeah, so crew stations for keeping track of that. Let me get our dead people. Just kind of loaded into the back area, wherever. All right, that is an excellent depiction of an APC. No one can fault me for it. If you want to pause further for more resting, you can. At that point, I will make rolls to see if you get spotted.
I've
We
already
go one
used.
more. I'll be stress free. Just every.
Yeah. So Mason. Go ahead.
I've already. Although I've got overkill, so.
Did you bump 2 off of your stress, Christian?
I haven't.
Gotcha. I mean, you don't have to take a break. There is obviously advantage to having more dice to roll for skill checks. You just have to weigh it against the.
Yeah, I can't remember if I've used my. I don't think I've used my signature item yet.
So you don't have to do that during. You have not, to my knowledge. You don't have to use that during the downtime. That the signature item
anytime, right?
Lets you
I was just.
Yeah, I don't think anybody has. I believe it's supposed to be per session, not per adventuring day. So
gotcha.
We'll just it's easier to track that way anyway. That you can do that as an action during whatever. Like if we're on exploration time or we're driving real fast and being chased and you're too stressed, you can be like, you know what? Instead of shooting this turn, I'm gonna calm the fuck down.
Gotcha.
It reduces 1 stress and takes away panic, I think. It's of course not a general rule, but just under signature items.
Apropos of nothing, Neptune, we now have the top 6 spots.
Excellent.
Boom.
Success. I'm just looking up the rule on signature item. I know it's. Oh, yeah, it's right in there. Slow actions. Use a signature item. Which does what again? Relieving stress.
I think it reduces stress by 1, I think, right?
Yeah. Once per act and once per game session. So act and cinematic play, game session for campaign play. I'm just going to call it game set. I mean, that's if you're doing more than 1 act in a night, I guess that's to let you refresh it if we go through a single thing. So basically, it's at least once per session, maybe more so if we transition from Act 2 to Act 3 or something, it refreshes. So reduces your stress level 1 step. Does not get rid of panicked though. So
my panic is nothing. I'm good with that.
Yeah, we're panic will go away for taking this longer break. Anytime one turn passes and your panic stops. So actually, we didn't even have to
Do the break thing.
do the. Well, we had to do the break thing to reduce for people to be able to reduce their stress with when you take a turn in a safe place, you reduce your stress by 1. Iona has the banter ability, which lets you reduce your stress by 2 instead. But yeah, if you guys had just driven away for a while, you would have stopped your panicking as you're driving down the road. So okay,
Okay, but we can change drivers now. That's good.
we can change drivers. Maybe everybody will be more calm about that.
Uh,
That's the extent of the rest. We didn't actually need 5-10 minutes here. We just needed to get Iona away from the steering wheel.
Off the steering wheel.
good driver.
Yes, you're an excellent driver. Please go and sit over there and buckle in.
Right. I mean, I've got 2 stress, so if we want to wait 5 minutes, I can be at 0 stress. But really, who cares? All right, let's keep going.
Apparently, nobody cares.
Chaplain, get on the wheel.
All right, Chaplain is on the wheel. We are going to continue. We'll get back on the path. I'm going to call it X. We got a speed of 3, so I'm going to call it 3 squares per turn. 3. I need some. I will now check the Act 2 encounters stuff. Act 2 events stuff. Right. See what you encounter here. All right. So you are you're pulling through another sort of mostly abandoned residential neighborhood here, and you hear a loud booming sound echoing through the deserted alleys, shaking snow off nearby rooftops. You see a friendly USCMC Ridgeway M40E heavy tank in a near a house, maybe halfway in a house, firing on another one of these these ox troop transports that is approaching it from several blocks away. You can join this fight or carry on off in a different direction. Your choice.
I would rather avoid letting them know where we're going because, like, right now we had a battle, but we looked like we were going back to Fort Nebraska. Does that make sense, Joe?
I mean, it still looks like we're going. I mean, you could still make that case. And so they saw us up here around 3,
Right?
and we went this way.
And we're there, like we're almost past. We are past Fort Nebraska.
Just right below us. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter one way or the other to me.
I'd rather them be searching the area around Fort Nebraska, and then by the time we are going to Fort Nebraska, have them be looking elsewhere. You know what I mean?
But so, real quick, how evenly matched are these two? I mean, are we leaving these people in their tank to?
The tank. See page 84. Heavy tank has a slightly weaker phased plasma gun. It has a mortar, and that's where the 115 millimeter rifled cannon was. Oh, there's the hump, the HAMP V. Oh, hey, I finally found the actual armament on the 6x6 UPP Ox multi-purpose vehicle. It actually has 3 Gatling gun turrets and 1 phased plasma pulse cannon turret. So basically the same big gun and 3 times as many small guns as your ship, but or as your ride. But apparently blowing the main gun off was enough to discourage pursuit. So yeah, they're pretty evenly matched. The tank, I believe, has better armor. Yeah, way better armor and much better hull. You figure an APC, troop transport, even a heavy troop transport that can carry fucking platoon of dudes in it, is probably at a disadvantage fighting what is classed a heavy tank. But who knows how much of their infantry they've deployed already that might be sneaking up on that tank. You are in urban terrain where tanks unsupported by infantry can be at a very serious disadvantage. You, of course, are also in an armored vehicle in urban terrain with no infantry support, so choose wisely.
I'm not trying to get in a fist fight with a tank.
Oh, the tank is on your side. The tank is your side. The transport is their side.
Oh, my bad.
No worries. So basically, it's a tank fighting against the same vehicle that you just took one shot at and took all the damage. Completely, got an immediate crit on one shot. And it's got a heavier gun, so that's where we are.
All right, are we able to get around around this without?
Oh yeah, easily.
Yeah, kind of.
That seems like a good idea to me. Like just
it seems like the tank's got it handled.
Give me some. Each of you give me actually. Yeah, sure. You're loitering. You're a PC. Both of you give me observation rolls to see if you see the new development that might change your mind. Or you might just start panicking. Oh. Just fine. All right, so you guys both can see actually, each of you can see an insurgent lurking one building over from the tank, preparing an RPG, rocket-propelled grenade, not role-playing game, to fire at the tank. When pointing this out to each other, you notice that each of you has identified a different insurgent readying an RPG to fire at this tank.
Mother Butler.
Well, now I think we gotta help.
Yeah, no, I agree. I've got the forward-facing turret. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now that everyone agrees it's Jeff, his job's a lot easier.
Yes.
No, it's Jeff. Goddammit. So. Like I can kill one of them.
That thing might have auto fire. I imagine a Gatling gun turret has auto fire. It does. It does, in fact, have full auto, which, recall, stresses you, but then you can spread the damage around nearby targets, and they are certainly close enough to each other that you could spread the damage to more than one.
Nice. Let's do that, yeah?
And can we do a plasma pulse cannon turret shot, too, since what's-his-face is on it?
Yeah, that doesn't do full auto. That'll be more of sort of a general attack at the building itself rather than an individual.
Right.
Well, everyone's gone, so fuck it.
Yeah.
As long as I'm being the insensitive one, anyone who's in that building has it coming.
So yeah, go for it. Give yourself a stress, and I believe you should be for full auto. And let me add the Gatling gun turret to your inventory if it's not there already. That'll be easier to use. Iona inventory. Can I drag from one to the other? No, of course not. There you go. 120mm Gatling gun turret in your inventory, which you can use to shoot. Don't forget, if you go full auto, you'll add a stress first.
But
sorry, that was I gave the wrong one.
That was, yeah.
That was sure Iona. I give it to
Do not
whoever's.
give Iona anything right now.
I give it to whoever's character sheet is in front of me. There you go.
There it is. All right.
Clearly operates just fine with one hand. All right, let's roll that stress to see if you do something else. I don't think you even.
Motherfucker. Yay!
Hey, it's below 10, so everybody's yours and Chaplain's, whose stress can't go up, goes up by 1. But you definitely hit 3. You got 3 hits, so with full auto, what's the damage on that Gatling gun turret? It is 3.
It's enough. It's enough. Let's just assume it's enough.
It's 3, so you can hit both targets for 3 damage, and then you've still got an extra point left over to do a 4th damage to one of them, or or one of the other many effects on the ranged combat stunt. Pin them down. They have to make an immediate panic roll. Drops their weapon or another handheld object, which would.
Or like that.
Yeah. So yeah, we can do 3 damage to each of them with armor piercing, and then have one of them drop his RPG.
Let's do that.
We get some insurgents out here. We're just throw a couple of insurgents on the map. Did I put RPGs on these guys? Of course not, but I can add them later. All right, so 3. Oh, they've got armor. No, they don't. Pow, pow, pow. All right, and then I'm gonna go with Smijewski on the, and it's more generally at the building as a whole. So let's just see if he hits.
As a
Yes,
soon to be hole.
correct. Oh, he was previously on the Gatling gun. Let me give him the phased plasma cannon turret. What is his? Oh, Jesus, hard hitter. +2 to close combat. Hothead. Oh, he doesn't take orders. Yeah. So. That seems pretty good. Phased plasma cannon does 6 damage, 7 damage to the building. Let's see what if this game has any rules for shooting buildings, or if I just need to abstract that. Suffocation, good. Collapsed buildings, nice. Can only target ground vehicles and buildings. That's a step in the right direction. Maybe we have stats for buildings. Tactical nukes, destroy buildings. Good to know. Building the verb. Wade and Yutani, building better worlds. Thank you. No, there are no general rules on damaging buildings, but they're in a house, and it just got hit by a phased plasma cannon, which last time it fired blew the main gun off of an APC. So I'm going to have them both make mobility checks to avoid damage, as basically the place is collapsing. That one failed. I don't know why I just opened up a second character. Wow. Oops, that's manipulation. Mobility, buddy. That's the same number of dice. I'll give you the original failure. All right, so we're just going to have them both take enough damage to be incapacitated. Oops. So we have found these 2 guys. First, we machine gun them, then we collapse the building on them. All is reasonably well in here. And yeah, the tank and the other thing. Now that you've taken care of the insurgents who were going to blow up the tank, or possibly blow up the tank, you feel like the tank is back at having the advantage. Do you want to hang out? Do you want to carry on?
Let's hang out.
My wayward son.
Because, like, it'd be cool to have a tank with us, right?
Right. All right. So it's good you hung out, because there are 2 more insurgents in a different building who were not spotted. since you each only
Fucking commies, dude.
had one, since you each only had one success, I'm like, I'll give you spot one for each success, and you each spotted one. All right,
I love how I'm suddenly on the capitalist side. God damn it.
All right, we got an M5 RPG launcher for him, and an M5 RPG launcher for him. I could probably make a tank real fast, but I'll just do it by hand. All right. They are... they were getting lined up to shoot at the tank. After this shot, they may be, they are aware of your presence, and that might be a risk to you. So these guys are like in a different building across the street or something. So at the tank, we've got a complete miss, nice, and a complete miss. And of course, those are single shot weapons, which must take an entire turn to reload between rounds.
Yes.
All right, we're just gonna freeform this. We're gonna have the tank fire at the Hamp with its 115 millimeter rifled cannon. We'll call it. We'll say he's at least as capable a shot as Majewski, who is fucking 8, so 10 dice. Plus probably a little bit of stress. Wow. Good job, buddy.
Jeez. That freaked me out too.
So NPC stress doesn't really matter. All that matters there is he failed. So the tank fails there. We got a 60 millimeter mortar firing. That's 4 dice, but it's a blast. Sorry, it's just 8 dice plus 2.
It's a blast for me too.
Hey, we got it there. So
blast. Not a blast. It's just a hell of a time.
So we got 12 dice hitting the Hamp. 3 damage. It has how much armor? I already lost it. It's got 8 armor. Good luck. All right, takes 3. Now down to 7 hull on the enemy vehicle, which will now return fire at the tank with its phased plasma pulse cannon turret. That is +1. Let's call it. Oh, I actually have some of these guys. Make a UPP soldier. Give him a cannon. Okay. He'll roll stress. Keeping it together, so he hit 2. We'll just call it damage for NPCs. That makes it easier. 7 dice into that tank, which has how much armor? Hopefully a lot. 12 armor. She'll give it 6 dice on this armor-piercing plasma shot. Coming in for 7. Saves 2, so it takes 5 to the tank, which I really need to... it's about half damage on the tank from the plasma hit. That's not great. And Gatling gun turrets firing. Give this guy a Gatling gun turret. This might get ugly here in a second. Have him fire that thing 3 times. Hit. Woo. Hits twice, once, and twice. Jesus. That's not armor piercing now. So that's a total of... So that's a hit for 4, a hit for 3, and a hit for 4. Hit for 4. Tank takes 2. Hit for 3. Tank takes 1. Tank takes 1. Hit for 4. Alright, that tank is in trouble. Apparently not as good of a fight for the tank as it thought.
Alright, we can leave.
I forgot the 20 kilowatt phased plasma point defense gun for the tank. Let's get that in there.
Fuck yeah.
All I wish I had a generic Marine. Carvalho, how are your stats? Non-existent. Reese, how are your stats? Oh, that's right. There's a little. They've got little character cards for these for all these NPCs that you guys are meeting, and Reese's card is all zeros, and his personal agenda says he's dead. All right, like he has no personal agenda. That's the one. That's the first one you found who was dead before you even found him. Anyway, tank. Let's give him some dice with that phase plasma. How we doing? Hit for 1, which is 5. And it is armor piercing, and the hump has 8 dice, so 4. Box 1 takes 4 damage, which takes it down to 3 health, and the tank is at 1 health. So we're going to start rolling crits each way here in a second. It is back to you guys. You can dismount. You can just keep going with your 2 guns. Pretty much the only person who can dismount to any effect would be Iona.
Can I do that? And well, let's see.
Do you have a
Dismounting would be
Do you have a grenade launcher?
no, but no, I don't think so. But there are 2 insurgents still.
Oh, I forgot about them. Fuck. Let me take care of them.
Yeah, we can.
And then,
you guys can do your turns in whatever order. If you want to fire the Gatling gun first and find out.
let Mason try and take care of them, and then if that fails, you dismount and do what you need to do.
Yeah, so Majestic is definitely going after the big truck.
All right.
Cool.
I'll just do that real quick, actually. Set the context here. Hits for 3, which is 6, 7, 8 damage to the ox, which is at 3 health, has 4 armor. So it would need, even if it makes all these armor rolls, it does not. So it's going to take all that damage and roll on the vehicle crit chart. Driver hit. I'm gonna make a. Let's see. It took 3 more than its remaining health, so I'm gonna make a roll for each extra damage. There we go. That's an exploding UPP troop transport.
You're welcome, tank.
I guess I'll roll for the last one, even though it's exploding. Yes, a passenger got hit as well.
He's better off. Like that's a mercy right there.
Right. Okay, so you got 2 insurgents. I'm just gonna mark this this UPP soldier as dead. He was shooting from the tank. So yeah, between your Gatling gun cannon and Iona's potential dismount, you just have 2 insurgents with unloaded RPGs in a building across the street from the very low health tank. And you guys are out.
Okay. I'm gonna take the extra stress and do full auto on both of them with the Gatling gun.
Okay. Oh boy.
Sweet.
Roll stress. Hope it's not a 10 or higher.
Wait, but like.
Oh, but you've got
you
have overkill,
I got
right?
overkill.
Yeah, never mind. So you're just gonna keep shooting until Jesus.
They're all fucking dead.
All other PCs in short range, you must make an immediate panic roll, but that is just Chaplain in the front. I'm gonna make there's basically zones here. These 2 are in the back and very unhappy. The gun itself is a separate location. Iona's basically this center area is like the loading and unloading, the travel seats, the command center. I'm going to say short range is just these two in the front, and it's just a droid up there, so no problem there. So what does Overkill do? Does it do any extra damage right now, or is it just...
Let me look, but I don't think so. Let's see.
Immediately attack your enemies. You were already doing that. Won't stop until you or all enemies in sight are broken. So yeah, if you guys were losing the fight, this could be really bad as you just keep machine gunning the everything. But
everybody,
Chaplain can just drive away, so it's not that bad. All right, so you got 1, 2, 3, 4 successes. That's at least that could be 3. So that's 3. If you split it with auto fire, that's 3 damage to each of them, and then you can do stunts or just do 4 damage to each of them. Your choice.
Oh, I'll just do 4 damage to both of them.
Okay.
That ought to take care of it.
Actually, insurgents have 5 health, so that
Motherfucker.
these new guys need a little extra attention. Iona?
Iona, don't freak out. Don't freak out, girl.
All right, I'll use my fast action to dismount, and I'll shoot some smart gun at him.
Okay. I assume full auto to try and get both of them?
Yeah, let's do that.
Good luck.
So what do I do? Do I right click and do something, or I just roll?
Give yourself 1 more stress and then just roll. Oh wait, full auto gives you 2 extra dice. I totally forgot that part. So Christian, if you want to roll 2 extra dice for your last shot, there should be a little thing down at the bottom left.
Public roll.
Yeah.
On the left.
It's got a little number bar. The 1 is the ad hoc dice roller.
Yep.
Click on that. You should be able to select just 2 regular dice.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it didn't do it. Nice.
Uh,
All right, so yeah, you have to right-click and to give your modifier of... First give yourself stress, then right-click and give yourself a +2 modifier.
3 stress, right-click. Base modifier of 2 or something?
Yes, correct. And try not to panic. Trembling. All skill rolls using agility will have a -2 until your panic stops, but you certainly have enough to hit them both with smart gun damage, which, spoiler, they're both at 1 health, so that'll take care of it. Unless you want to do anything else to it. Unless you want to do something dumb.
Can I shoot for their belt buckles so that it falls down and everyone sees their underwear?
Yes. One of the stunts available, I believe. Oops. I'll look on somebody else. Yeah, your target drops another handheld weapon. Whatever. I know some of these have you impress somebody, so show like almost everything else. Like piloting has you gain a +1 modification to a later skill roll, or you show off. Yeah. So yeah, clearly you're showing off. You have impressed somebody by shooting off their pants as you killed them. I mean, they're out of the combat. We don't really care what their critical injuries are, but I'm going to find out what awful things are happening to these people as you're shooting their belt buckles.
Knows I like it.
Oh, yeah, it's hilarious. He's got a ruptured aorta and his pants came down. Nice. Nice work, Iona.
You got aortic blood all over your underwear.
All right, so you guys, kind of hold for a sec while Silva scans the area, and Jiff and Mason and Iona scan around to see if there's any more enemy or insurgent troops, and nothing to be seen, and the top hatch on the tank opens up, and somebody pops up and says, "Holy shit! Thank you for the help. We were fucked."
Bob.
Privates Norton, Evans, and Renner are holed up in their tank. Their commander is dead. But this thing's now down to one hull. But they could certainly provide escort, assistance,
Pave the road.
distraction as we continue, if you wish. Or they can. I mean, they also have orders to get back to Fort Nebraska. They were on patrol. They were guarding the oil fields and fell back under heavy attack from the UPP, and they've been given orders to regroup at Fort Nebraska, which is, of course, under siege at this time.
I nudge Cap, and I'm like, dude, tell him, like, we have the same orders, but we're going to get Marines. So come with us, and then we're going to regroup at Fort Nebraska, and it's all going to be good.
All right. Yeah. They'll, you guys are a faster, lighter vehicle. Also, probably less vulnerable to ambush. So you guys will lead the way, and the tank will follow as heavy support for any engagements that happen. The only problem is the tank is speed 2 to your 3, so it moves 1 square slower per turn. It'll slow you down, but definitely has 3 more guns on it than the guns. It has the heavy cannon, a mortar, and a point defense gun. Which I guess is
the firepower is worth the risk.
Yeah. All right. So they are with you. I should have made a tank token. The main problem with them right now is they are on 1 hit point. They're all so.
Yeah, we're not real concerned about that.
Right. No problem.
I like us leading the way because then, like, if we take the brunt of the attack, at least they'll still be able to fire.
Right, rather than, oops, ambush, the tank explodes. What do you do now?
Right. And now we have to find a way around the goddamn tank.
Right. All right. Shall we continue on?
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. So 1, 2 squares. That'll be a turn, so everybody can unpanic.
Yay.
If you're panicked. I don't know if anyone's panicked. My NPCs aren't panicked. Mason's still panicking. Calm down, Mason.
Thank you.
No longer on overkill mode. Just fucking shooting anything that moves.
Iota's like, oh my god.
Not de-stressing, right?
Not de-stressing, correct.
I love that one of the insurgents got a broken nose. It's like, least of your concerns, man.
A broken nose and the rest of you.
Broken everything.
All broken.
Okay. At this point, you guys are going to be able to make it safely to the San Rocco Medical Facility with your tank escort, or escorting the tank, whichever. Let me find what's happening here during Act 2. I remember what's here in Act 1, but I think it's in much worse shape now. San Rocco Medical Facility.
Of course it is.
Oh, yeah. It's been hit by an airstrike, and the lobby and recovery blocks are shattered. There's no power. I think I've got a map for this place. I do. Whoop. Here's what it used to look like. Drag some stuff onto here. We got APC. We've got Everybody in the APC. We don't need Hammer at this time. We don't really need Dante at this time either.
Well, we're probably going to take them to the morgue with us.
We're gonna take him to your mom.
And call for it.
Who am I missing?
What do you
I
call
completely
for that?
forgot one of you. I forgot the PCs. Yeah, just for completion. All right, here's Hammer. Here's Dante. Not participating in this this engagement. All right, so it's a single story. Yep, a single story facility. It has pretty much. Let's see. So. Those parts of the building are pretty much ruined. I mean, you can still go into them, the ruins, but the examination/surgical bay is still more or less intact. But you've got no indication that there's any power on in the building. This is still bringing up existing colony plans, not current. The most recent scan from the satellite, within the past week, it was set up like this. The main entrance would be over here. There was at one time over here. Obviously, you can enter pretty much anywhere along any of these hallways that lead to examination surgical bay. You can search the remains of the morgue, lobby, recovery as you wish. Chaplin and Silva will stay on the stay in the vehicle,
APC.
stay in the APC on command and support duties. Majewski is available to disembark with you or stay on the phase plasma cannon. It's probably handy to have as a
Yeah. Some fire support.
Need a red shirt to go with you. He's available.
This isn't my op, so lead away.
Well, let's can we break a window in the remaining part of the structure and start there, because that's probably the least likely place to find a body.
So the examination/surgical bays are not going to have windows.
Okay.
The morgue is not going to have windows. The lobby and recovery areas would, but they're already semi-collapsed, and you could just kind of walk through the wall if you want.
Okay. Well, let's just go in the front door then and see how far we can get and where we can get.
Okay. Let's see. So yeah, the lobby is, as you can imagine, pretty destroyed. Nothing really of interest there. The
we should start at the morgue, since we have intel that the Marine may be dead.
Right. Yeah, we can do that. So going into the morgue, which is slightly collapsed, but there's still the drawers, the body drawers, have had some structural damage and have spilled out their contents to some degree. Not a fun place. You see 5 bodies that look like they came from the morgue storage, and 2 bodies that look more recent. That look like they died in the building collapse, explosion, airstrike. None of them match the description of the man you're looking for. Are we bringing Smidge with you as a mook, or do you want him to stay out on the big gun?
Have him stay out on the big gun.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe. Joe, you down with that?
Yeah, sure.
So yeah, he's not in the morgue. You've got a hallway here that leads to
Yeah, let's
surgical
go
bays.
to the only part of the building that's okay.
For more or
Yeah,
less
let's
okay.
search through there before we like fuck around with anything else.
Okay. We've got some. So these surgical bays have observation rooms with the little couches, and then there's a window and a door leading, viewing into the surgical area. You guys have lamps, little basically flashlights on your armor. I think it's shoulder mounted or head mounted, so you can.
That's either really creepy or really hot. I can't decide which.
Role play. Make a decision on role play.
I have to probably make a panic roll right now.
Okay, so surgical bay 1, 2, and 3 are dark and empty. Surgical bay 4, which we have conveniently more detail.
That's wondering if that block was
like, there's no way to block this out except to cover it. There's a little more detail there. We've got some shit.
gross.
Yes, indeed. We've got.
He's dead, Joe.
It turned out he was, in fact, dead already.
He is dead. It looks like something exploded from his chest cavity.
Son of a bitch.
There is a doctor, someone in doctor's clothes, at any rate, who seems to be, who is stuck, adhered to the wall over by the computer supply cabinets by some sort of, I don't know, maybe like a secreted resin of some kind.
Yeah, but secreted from what?
Yeah, that's definitely the question. We've got reinforced viewing glass. We've got a sealed door. We have power off, so the door, even if we were to try, even if we wanted to go in there at this point, will not open. And so you've got a sealed room with a clearly a dude who's had something burst out of his chest, and another person who has been cocooned in the corner.
Is there?
But no sign of what has caused all of this this mess.
Mason's gonna look for an opened egg anywhere in the room.
Yeah, give me an observation.
Or you could just tell me.
I could, but maybe you'll panic and it'll be more fun. See?
Motherfucker.
You don't have a motion tracker, do you, Chris?
I don't think so. Let me look. I do not.
Somebody,
Christian.
somebody, Christian looks around, does not find one. Somebody has one. Not Jeff. Chaplin has one.
Can I radio and see if he'll use it from there?
Sure.
He should be able to.
Trying to say, I thought the squad had 2 of them. I'm looking around. It's certainly not Hammer. I guess you just have one, and it belongs to the android. Yeah, he can do a check. What's the range on that thing? Long range and close quarters. Sure, he's just able to pick up a signal in your area. Yeah, he's picking up some very slight movement from inside the surgical bay. Seems like in around the area of Carvile's body on the exam table.
Okay.
But nothing.
Okay.
Nothing you can see. Can we get a stress roll from Mason, by the way? And the Mason, you drop your gun. You're looking around. You think you see something. You don't see anything, but it causes you to drop your gun, which increases your own stress level by 1.
Well, shit.
All right, so can we get out of here?
I'm gonna pick up my gun.
Okay, excellent.
And
I'm just picturing the asshole DM who like 2 hours later is like, well, you never said you picked your gun back up when you were at the hospital.
That's exactly what I'm thinking about. So fuck you. And I'll tell Iona.
Yeah.
To cover me, I'm gonna go in and get the body.
I'm leaving. I don't think you can go in anyway, but I'm not into that.
Not into that. We don't leave Marines behind. I radio the captain and ask him to order her to do that.
She can just tell me face to face.
Where'd you know? You're under the APC. Iona crawls under the APC. Nope. Yeah, clearly we've got a potential xenomorph situation in there. We do not leave Marines, especially ones with sensitive, classified medical information in them to be recovered by the enemy. So, Smajewski, get in there and help them.
Yeah, get in there and help him.
Chaplain's got a cutting torch if you want to cut open that door, but there is no power, and the powered door, actually we can move to the slightly easier to use and make everybody a little bit smaller. Jesus Christ. That didn't work. It's not what
I think being bigger would be more helpful at this point. But,
I just can't see the fucking room. Oh god, I've got everyone selected. Get in there, Iona. Whoa. All right, so here we are. We can send in Chaplain with Cutter to cut open the door. We can try to smash the safety glass. We can shoot the safety glass.
I sent Chaplain in, man.
No, because if Chaplain goes down, who's gonna drive? Fucking you? No. Do we have like an idea of whether Jiff's gun will actually shatter the glass or not?
What does he have? Oh, he's got a smart gun too. Jesus Christ, there's so many smart guns in this place.
That'll do it, right?
It seems like it would do it.
Why don't we just have Chaplain do it. We get an extra body in here.
He's driving, and you suck at driving.
So we'll just have him hang out behind, but then if we get in trouble and he needs to heal somebody or whatever.
All right, Silva's sending Chaplin in with the door cutter.
All right, fine.
Yeah, he can retreat quickly. It's fine.
Joe's mom can retreat quickly.
So I've heard. He'll get in there with the cutting torch.
I told you that in confidence.
He'll get in there with the cutting torch and then retreat to the hallway. So the sealed door is now unsealed, but not opened.
All right. Can we send Jeff in?
We can. Let me check his fucking agenda for Act 2. Find Jeff's secret agendas. Make sure that he's willing to. All right, sure. Send him in.
I'll back him up. I'm gonna come in behind him and throw myself on the ground to look under the table and whatever.
Right. It's definitely something under the table. Oops, wrong one. Oop. Hi there.
That thing's too big. It should have stayed big.
Son of a bitch. There is, in fact, a drone xenomorph that was curled up under the table, waiting for the ovomorphing to finish.
Surprise to anyone.
Well, I thought it would be like a face hugger.
He resined somebody to the wall.
Okay, that's fair. that is fair information.
So, bit of alien world building that I did not know. Drones can start new colonies by themselves without eggs. They can cocoon people up to the wall into a process known as ovomorphing, and the stinger injects something that instead of you creating, like a facehugger makes you create a drone. It takes your DNA and causes you to transform into an egg.
What the fuck?
Yeah. So, yeah, I don't know from which story that comes, but
honestly, that makes more sense because, how else would you create a colony from a drone?
Right. All right, so I'm going to add this drone to initiative twice, even though there's only one of him. And add Zmijewski and Mason and Iona and Chaplin. And then we will roll, giving you guys any tiebreakers, because God knows you need them. This drone should have way more than 0 health. Sorry.
Well, I admire its purity.
Good. See how much more we can thin out the ranks here before we get back to base. All right. You have 8 or 10 health. Oh, for fuck's sake. Xenomorphs in campaign play. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea. 296. I accidentally just edited the stats of the base creature the last time you fought one, rather than dealing with an individual. So now all drones have 0 hit points. So it just shows up and dies.
Nice.
Hey, by the way, I totally forgot the last time you guys faced a xenomorph. Every time you guys faced a xenomorph so far.
This sounds like bad news.
This is bad news. just like y'all, they don't just cease to exist when they go to 0 hit points. They have their own crit chart, which will be rolled secretly. The exciting part of it is it has different results that are very, very horror movie like.
Oh no, you told us about this the last time.
Yeah, like it drops dead, but nobody checked on it after it dropped dead, so it scurried off into, the rest of it scurried away when nobody was looking, or, if somebody goes to check on it after it dies, then it was playing dead and it makes a one last attack against them, so you have to do the horror movie thing of, I guess I'll go check to make sure it's dead.
Let's just assume it's dead.
Right. All right, let's see. Oh, we've got Chaplin first. I'm going to bump everybody else down 1. Oh, we got Smijewski first. I'll just bump down from Mason, so Iona will go to 6. The drone will go to 7. Just to keep everybody in order, because there's not supposed to be... It's supposed to be a deck of cards, but... Oops, I didn't mean to reroll that. That should be a 7. But they haven't figured out how to do that yet with the initiative here. All right, begin combat. Smijewski's gonna go nuts. He sees the drone, and he's got a fucking smart gun. Let's rock. What skills does he have?
Yeah.
Not overkill. Roll stress.
Ah.
All right, well, that's not a 10, so you still get the result of your action, but he's going to shoot, and then he's going to drop his gun, and then he's going to leave. Fucking bye. My smart gun's in there. It's going to hit for... What do smart guns hit for?
He's actually going to, take all the time it takes to drop a smart gun? That's some bullshit.
Well, it's going to drop out of his hands and just be dangling on the floor.
But there's a
the whole Steadicam harness, but you can still let go of it.
Right.
Swinging around. So fair. It'll still be on him, but he'll have to take an action to quote pick it up to those were Steadicam harnesses that they put guns on, which is fun. Okay, they hit for 3, for 5. So it gets hit, and is that armor piercing the smart gun? I believe so. Yep. Should have full autoed. Oh well, he panicked already, so maybe not. Actually, yeah, if he'd full autoed, that roll of 9 would have been a roll of 10. He wouldn't have even gotten the shot off, so good thing he didn't. Alien needs to make 3, 4, 5. An armor save at half.
Good call on the motion tracker, Joe.
Sort of.
All right, Scree. Nobody's adjacent to it. He's now going to use his move to GTFO. Technically moving to this zone from this zone. Next in initiative is Chaplin, who's not real effective at combat. He's got a cutting torch for melee. He's mostly here to support. What actions can he do to help? Give orders. Throw.
No thanks.
Shoot that
Tell
thing.
Mason to shoot it. Yeah.
Because if he succeeds on his command roll, then you get a bonus to do what he says. So Let me. His command skill is non-existent, but he has 4 empathy. So yeah, he's gonna say, I think we should kill that. Who's next? Mason. Mason, shoot that thing. Make a command roll, which succeeds, and now I believe it's 2 extra dice. I'm gonna go look. It might say right on the thing.
I still love how like your keyboard sounds like an alien keyboard.
Nice. For every success you roll, they get a +1 modification to their roll when carrying out the order you gave. So we got 2 successes, so you get 2 extra dice to shoot that thing, thanks to
Woo!
Chaplain's command to shoot that thing. Mason, since you are up next. You can, if you wish, you can resist commands with the manipulation skill.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna kill that thing.
In fact, Smijewski gets a bonus to do so. Okay, so you got 2 extra dice if you choose to shoot that thing during your turn.
I do choose to do that.
Keeping in mind that you only have the one hand, so you'll have to use a one-handed weapon such as a service pistol or incendiary grenade. All right, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes, but we need to roll stress one. Actually, yeah, you need to roll stress once to see if those 6 successes count, or you have to do something else. Oh, but you'll just do overkill if you.
Yeah.
So definitely cut 6 successes going in. So you're going to turn that into overkill, which will give everybody stress, or just everybody but you stress. Yes. All other PCs at short range, which is just Smijewski because Iona's out in the hall. Is that right, Iona?
I don't know. I'm kind of in the doorway.
Are you within short range of Mason? I guess.
I'll add a stress.
Okay. All right. Then you fucking shoot the thing with 6. That's do you want to just turn all that into damage?
Yeah.
Do you want to do cool things? Let's see. Damage on the pistol is 1, so that's just 6 damage into its armor of 8. Makes 1 save, takes 5, and makes a roll on its critical hit chart. I mean,
oh.
God. I need to get back to that page. I'm going to have to, once again, make because there's no way to just roll a d6 in this engine. So I'm going to have to make a chart for it real quick. Just to add to the drama to see... Good news is every single one of these things that I'm adding then becomes, something I've already added. So the next time this happens, it's just getting slightly better. The game system in the thing is getting slightly better. All right.
It's already pretty fucking awesome, like, to be honest.
Right? Okay. Oh, Jesus. Need to figure out how to roll on this secretly. I think if I have the monster roll on it, I'll have to secretly. I don't know. Display roll to chat now. think this will work because it says don't display roll to chat. Let's find out. Feels like that displayed the roll to chat.
Yes.
Okay.
Wounded.
Yes. All right. I'll figure out how to make that roll secretly. It is wounded. All right. So I will now delete one of its entries from the initiative. It is slowed down. It's not dead, though. It's still moving. Okay. That was Mason's turn. The drone is up. Yes. Mason just took an action to fire. Do you want to move? Like moving to the door.
Well,
I'm not going to count that.
I'm in overkill, so like I need to keep the target in sight. I'm going to stay there.
Okay. All right. I now find myself once again needing to roll a die. I can make this another chart. Oops. I now need a chart of what does a wounded alien do. I'll just roll this publicly. That's fine. It has decided to keep attacking. All right. So here it comes. Using the alien sprint to join the next move to the next zone, and also move to engaged, and then it will make its attack on the drone attack chart. These are fun to roll in the open.
Oh Jesus.
So let's
that seems like a poor choice, but okay.
Well, yeah, it's already got one person turning into an egg. Apparently,
and
it thinks
it has other enemies. So, okay.
Hey,
no,
oh jeez.
What the hell was that?
All right, so capture for the hive. It gets 1 success. Damage 1 into Smajewski. He will. You've very much suppressed and broken up at this point. Smajewski is fine. Doesn't even pierce his armor.
Did you hear me that roll that you made was actually private? Can you not hear me?
I can vaguely hear you.
Oh man!
Oh, there you are.
He's talking to Karen, I think.
Oh, okay.
Oh, your no. Your last roll was a private.
Which one was?
He
I see.
failed. He failed that.
Oh, I see.
No.
So Schiff is fine.
Yeah, you can't see rolling capture for the hive. Is that what you're telling me?
Oh, I can't see that.
You can't see the failure to grab him.
So I was just saying, if you were looking for how to roll privately, that's how.
I've just been using sorry. So you can see the armor roll, or the capture for the hive, or the. Which one can you not?
You can't see the success roll, the failure roll for the capture for the hive.
Okay, gotcha.
He can see that that's what he was trying to do. He couldn't see that he failed.
Okay, so it's not showing the result. Got it. That's what happens when I just roll directly off of the monster. So that's probably a setting in the game that It does that. Interesting. Okay. But yeah, it rolled 1 success on 10 dice, and then Smirjevsky rolled 2 successes on his armor, so he has not been successfully stung. Iona, you are up.
All right, I guess I'll smart gun this thing.
Okay.
You're gonna kill Jiff, but okay. I mean, I'm gonna kill Jiff on my turn, so whatever, man.
I guess I'll full auto on the smart gun, huh?
Okay.
I
That'll
think
give
he's
you 2
almost
extra.
dead. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. He's almost gone.
But that'll give me 2 extra dies.
I think you're fine. And I get to go before he goes, so
All right, let's roll it then.
All right.
Nice.
3 successes. You just want to turn that into damage?
Yeah.
yes.
Smart gun is 3, so that's 5 damage coming into the alien. You've got armor piercing, so it will. Can I do this? Can I just put a negative on my modifier? I can. All right, so it's going to take all 5 of that. And
Die, motherfucker, die, motherfucker, die.
make an acid splash roll at +5 on Jiff.
Shit.
Can't tell what's private and what's not at this point.
Private, that's private.
Wow. Was the armor roll private as? Oh, I see. It's got a slightly
Yeah.
different color here. Huh. Wonder if there's a setting I can do to change that. All right. So it rolled 0 dice on its armor. Then it rolled 1 damage on acid splash against Jiff, who will now make his armor roll against that. Succeed.
Woo!
But that means his armor is going to go down to 4.
That's fine. That's fine.
Right? better it than him. And then we're going to make another roll, just for the fun of it. All right, let's see if I can figure out how to roll this chart secretly this time. Xenomorph crits. Maybe if I go to private rolls here, and then roll.
Yep, that worked.
Okay, excellent. All right, it's down.
All right, Mason, go get your Marine. I'll see you in the APC.
Chaplain. I only have 1 arm. Chaplain, go get the guy. Mason's gonna go check the xenomorph.
Okay.
And what about the guy who's stuck to the wall? Don't forget him too.
Like, put a bullet in his head. We'll double tap him.
All right, Zmajewski's gonna back away, re-equip his smart gun. Chaplin's gonna go to get he's going to retrieve Cryo. Mason, you're going to check on the alien.
I'm just gonna shoot it again as soon as everyone's clear of the acid splash.
Okay, go for it.
Really good aim, and
God damn it! Wait. Okay, there we go.
nice.
All right, hit for 2. Let's check its armor. Its armor. Just having to roll. You do no damage to it and discover that it was playing dead all along and is actually still here and unhappy.
Motherfucker. Jiff, you better be with it, man.
You still have a move available to you, Mason.
I'm gonna hide behind Jiff.
All right, the drone is now going to make another roll on this chart as it has picked up the wounded. It's out of here. All right, it's going to.
Wait a second.
That's one move. Its next move is probably down toward the morgue. Oh, fuck. Actually.
So, like, I could just flatten myself against the wall and just be like, let it go.
Yeah, you can. Somebody's on overkill, though. Is it Iona?
Mason.
I am not.
Oh, I thought you were. You were.
Oh no, I was. No, it was me.
Okay. So Mason's on overkill and it's gonna feel compelled to hunt that fucking thing down. I'll just for now we'll assume Chaplin is he should have made a roll on his motion tracker. Jesus. All right.
What the fuck?
I guess he used up a whole lot of. You know what? I'll just give you public information on where the drone is for the rest of this encounter if he feels like tracking it down. As he forgot to turn off the motion tracker after detecting it. Clearly. All right. So we are continuing. Iona, it's getting the fuck out of here. What would you like to do about this?
It's downrange, dude. Come on.
It's currently 1, 2, 3 zones away. That is long range.
All right, I'll take a shot. The smart gun's long range, right?
I think so. I would imagine so. Smart gun.
There's no way it's not.
Yeah, it's long range.
All right, I'll take that shot. Why not?
It's never gonna die. Like we all know this.
All right, you're going to have your smart gun swinging around, much like Jiff, but you did hit for 4, which is 6. It's armor piercing. So it gets half its armor. It takes all of that, and I'm gonna go roll on the it's never going to die chart. An exciting new development in this game. It is down again.
It's down again.
It's down again.
Fuck you.
I will tell you,
everyone.
All right, I will tell you there is a result on this chart that is just torn apart, instant death. It's obviously dead. So it's down is information.
Is it obviously dead?
At this point, it is not obviously dead.
Down.
It is obviously fallen on its face. We will stay in initiative, however,
we are leaving.
Till we have confirmed the kill. Jiff is gonna come back out into the hall with his smart gun and just be like, "Is it dead? Did we get it?"
Make sure, bro.
All right. Fucking he'll murder a thing. He has no qualms about that. He's got to roll his stress. Nope. He freezes. Nope. That thing tried to stab me. I'm not shooting it. He's like he's ready to shoot and he just can't. Chaplin is carrying a body, just quietly doing robot things in the background. Mason.
Runs out in the hall and shoots his ass again.
All right, let's see. Let me check range on the service pistol. Oops. Well, I guess I can check it on it. It is medium range, so you need to be up to here to get a decent pistol shot.
Can I move that far?
No, it's 1 zone per move per run action. So double moving would get you to here, which is long.
God damn it!
You could throw a
grenade. No, that's
no, that's
medium
medium
range.
range as well. Yeah, we need long range.
Fucking hell.
All right. Well, you're doing your best. You have to hunt it down. All right. On its next initiative, it will try to kill the nearest victim, then die. So it's got move.
Engage.
No, because you're 2 zones away because you didn't get close enough to shoot it. If
Sweet.
you'd gotten close enough to shoot it, it would have been able to. It would have move, engage, and then attack. Or if it had like yeah, so it'll move to here. Let me double check the sprint. Yeah, even if it can move into your zone, doesn't have any ranged attacks, so it could then its next move will be to get right up to you, and as it's about to, you know what? I'm gonna roll its chart to find out what it's about to do, because that seems fun. As it's about to, I did a private roll. Boo. Play with its prey, it instead finally expires and collapses to the ground.
Good job, team. Good job, team. I'm going to empty my clip into it anyway.
While it's engage range to get as much acid as you can.
Okay, I'm not going to do that.
I paid in it.
I'm good. I'm good.
All right. All right. So you guys
I'm
will
going back to the fucking APC.
You're gonna load up the APC. Get in there, Jeff. And yeah, get to where I need to go. We're going to be ending this act very soon. If you guys would like to use your free action with your signature items to relieve 1 point of stress, that would be wise. Now that you've collected all of them. So basically, just everybody reduce stress by 1.
Mason kisses her little, she kisses her little army guy.
Nice.
Oh, is that what you're calling
it? She kisses her little helmeted warrior.
Uh-huh. All right, and you should be able to become unpanicked as well. All right.
We gotta start stacking bodies in the APC now, and Mason's not cool with that. But it is what it is.
Indeed.
You could use them as like armor. It would last them to the outside.
Oh God, I'm gonna like Weekend at Bernie's this shit.
Okay, so as you're taking your last bit of dead marine cargo with you, what did you do with the other dead marines? Are you carrying them around too? I guess.
Yeah.
Delivered Reese to the.
They're in the. That's what I was saying. Like they're in the fucking cots. Like we're just like stacking them up now.
Stacking up dead marines and Dante back there, just like, am I in dead marine storage?
Well, they're like we have 2 cots. You said we had 2 cots. We've got Dante in one and a stack of dead marines in the other.
Lovely. All right.
And it's like the blood is probably like seeping down onto Dante's fucking cot. It's awful.
Gross.
It's just terrible. Yeah, I'm not happy about it. It is what it is.
I'm sure it smells great too.
All right. So as you're loading the APC up after your latest, let's get rid of some of these fucking drawings. Your latest adventure and getting ready to head back to Fort Nebraska. Finally, overhead, you see the
Color.
mammoth shadow of a ship whose exact shape cannot be seen. Comes to a stop about 4 kilometers away from your current position. Let's pick the most dramatic 4 kilometers away. That looks good.
Hey, Scott.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
This is real good. No, it's not going to be centered right on the. We'll go for the oil fields. We'll go right here at this intersection, or right on Oblivion Bar. You know, we got a nice area. I think this is better, actually. More of the colony itself. That seems about right. So a succession of airbursts explode overhead, turning the skies pitch black as something like rain begins to fall. But it's a churning black tar that, when it strikes the ground, erupts up, and you can see you're just outside the blast radius. It's like literally touching the building you're in. You're on the other side of that building. And you can see it's like the people who are exposed to this are starting to convulse and tear at their faces. And
what the fuck?
Let's see. A churning black tar erupts from their retching throats and eyes. A convulsing man tears at his face as the woman next to him shrieks at the clouds. The dying climb over each other, twisting in agony. Bodies bubble and ossify into grotesque black caricatures of life. Forsaken souls forever crying out for their absent gods. Those further from the airburst fall to their knees, black veins spiderwebbing across splintering flesh as they crumble to dust. Others writhe in the blackened snow, their skulls pulsing and limbs stretching. You are in hell. Thank you. So yeah.
Are they going to be okay?
Oh, they'll be fine. Everything's going to be fine. So
we could just disregard that, right?
Yeah, definitely disregard that. So the good news is that your APC is a sealed environment. So Silva's going to order everybody into the APC and the door sealed ASAP. We need, let's see. Just as you close the door, a massive EMP burst from above knocks out all the electronics, even the ones that were shielded, to include Chaplin, who I believe warned you what would happen if he was completely shut down. Blue lightning arcs down between the streets. All shooting sounds stop. Burning husks of drop ships fall out of the sky, so clearly Palpatine is involved here. And a dropship, in fact, crashes near the APC, subjecting it to a blast power 9 explosion.
Fuck!
Hope you're.
We were winning, you bastard.
Two damage. Let's check its armor. It's 8.
Gonna blow us up.
Currently has 4 hull, so you won't be. Oh, it's fine. It's fine. You can take that blast.
Boy,
no problem.
Yeah, it is.
We need to name this APC at some point.
Your tank friends.
Oh, I forgot about them.
They are also going to be subjected to that blast. Yeah, it's fine.
Yay!
However, they took some serious damage earlier, and their vehicle is no longer properly sealed, so it's not a safe way to travel in this new hellish environment.
That's fine. Just to have them like sit on top of the corpses.
God. So yeah, I'm gonna need to read up on Act 3 exactly for next session. So what's bothering you at this time as you look out the windows of the APC? That you have no lights, you have none of Silva's scanning information, you have no radio, you have currently not a functioning APC, though it'll hopefully come back after it should come back after the EMP dissipates. You can see some people lurching about in the blast area who probably should have been, tearing their faces off or screaming at the sky or becoming, statues. But some people have resisted this clearly non-conventional weapon enough to still be moving around, though not in a way. it reminds you a bit of how Wojcik was all semi-translucent skin, and eventually burst and became a xenomorph when you did enough damage to her.
So question, is this like 28 days later or Day of the Dead? It's 28 days later, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
It's definitely 28 days later, yeah.
They're the fast kind.
I've got stats on them around here somewhere. I'll let you know when I put one into initiative.
Good. We got it.
Oh. You can repair damage to vehicles with heavy machinery rolls. Neat.
Oh, hey, Scotty?
Yes.
Fuck you.
Thank you. No better compliment for a person running an adventure game like this. Jesus Christ.
You know what's weird is like I went through my skills and I have 0 on heavy machinery, and I was like, maybe I'll just roll it. Like, you can't just, like, there are consequences to every roll in this game.
Right?
Yeah.
You want to start working on the thing? Maybe get out in the weird black goo and have some time working on it. That seems like a good idea. Their stats. Oh yeah, they're fast. They're fast zombies. Don't worry about it. All right. So that's where we're gonna stop for now. That is the end of another act. So you'll have new act stuff You'll have new agendas for the start of the next session.
Excellent.
Mason, you were definitely on your personal agenda. Story point for you.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what your total is at this point. Iona, yours is a little difficult to. It would have been easier to do when, like, if Hammer were still alive. So I mean,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, who do I go with? The person with no elbow?
Yeah, I mean,
I have one.
you have one.
I don't think I should get a story point for this
Yeah,
one. But
it's hard to play that one out, and yeah, I guess it would have been follows Majewski around, but he's also your rival, so
yeah, exactly.
yeah,
That's why I wanted I was like, oh, bring Chaplin in. At least he's my friend, you know.
Right? Let's see. I can type these in. I can type these in real quick before we go to Act 3. That'll make things give us a nice cliffhanger. All right, Iona's new agenda.
Mother.
A lot of typing. It does sound like a stock sound effect too.
Excellent.
It does.
All right, Iona, your new agenda is up.
It's already got a misspelling in it.
Yeah.
Everyone's got a fucking complaint. Jesus.
Mason.
These agenda things are fucking amazing. They're such great.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. They definitely push the narrative really well.
Like, I didn't like mine this act, but like it gave me motivation, and that's much better than trying to figure it out on the fly while a bunch of other shit is going on.
Right?
Crew expendable. What is this shit?
All right, Mason, yours is up as well.
Oh, son of a bitch! I like this one even less. Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm upset.
Excellent.
I got a week to think about it.
Right? So next Tuesday, 2:00 Eastern.
I like it.
What is that XST?
1:00 if you're still in St. Louis, or St. Louis's time zone. Other times, depending on if you're, oh wait, Texas is for some reason the same fucking time zone as Missouri,
right?
But yeah, it's
all right. Cool.
All right.
And actually, this was a lot of fun today. Thank you so much.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah. This went this went pretty well. I enjoyed, and I was just frankly, I was trying to remember half of it, and I'm really glad you guys went to the medical facility because I knew less about what's going on at Fort Nebraska, which is definitely Act 3. So, all right, gentlemen, thank you once again.